うやるこれ? How exactly do you do this properly? I don't know how to do this properly. Let's open something here. Where's the other video that went? This one. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, I believe so. Alright, now how I can only do this after I start the stream is I gotta put chat on the screen somehow. I don't know how to do that like beforehand. That's the problem. This is it? Yeah, that's it. Why is it so tiny? What the? Okay. I gotta go like this maybe. How am I going to do this? Good enough. A bit of a gap or whatever. Does that bother? Does that bother you guys? There. Wait. I screwed that up real bad. Like this. Like this, right? Good enough. I think that's good enough. I wish I could set this up before I start this stream though, but unfortunately I don't know how to do. I don't know what the proper way to put chat on screen is. I'm not sure how exactly to do that. I think we're good. Are we? Kind of. I suppose. That should be okay, right? I think we're good, are we? Now the video's like, wait a minute. How did we do this yesterday? How did we do this yesterday? Oh, you know what? Hold on. It was like, this is gotta be here, right? Earth did we do this? I have no idea. What? Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know how we had this Lato yesterday. How on earth did we do this? Maybe like this. I think that works. That's good enough, I guess. You know, you guys can see everything. So yeah, we're back and pretty much doing the same as yesterday. I did want to start stream like 2 or 3 hours ago, but yeah, I was kind of just chilling, playing some Astroneer. I would have streamed it, but like I mentioned yesterday, I don't really want to do gaming on this channel. Any gaming would be on the Twitch channel, and I didn't really want to stream on the Twitch channel today, so I didn't stream it. But maybe later we'll play. I don't know. I really got to start packing. My suitcase is like right there, and I haven't even started packing yet. I'm leaving in like 5 days. And I gotta send my suitcase to the airport because I'm not carrying it with me all the way there because it'll take me like 5 hours to get there from here. So yeah, as soon as I'm done the stream, I gotta start packing and all that stuff. But for now, we'll do what we did yesterday. Go through some old YouTube videos. I hope that my nose can cooperate. Every time we do a live stream, my nose goes haywire. Every single time we do a live stream. I don't know why. It's just like that. Oh, don't worry, I'm drinking something different today. I almost put my camera this way. My camera's over here now. Still the same setup as yesterday, unfortunately. I did go look at cameras and I posted on Twitter one of the cameras that I was interested in. It was that one camera that I posted a photo of on Twitter was the only camera that was less than like what is it, Juma? What is that in dollars? Roughly under $1,000. That was the only camera. But it looked good. So I posted on Twitter, but unfortunately nobody seems to know anything about cameras, so that's what I was leaning towards. But all the other cameras were way too expensive. I don't know. We'll see. Dude, my nose is like... It feels like somebody took a ball of dust and shoved it on my nose all of a sudden. It's always as soon as we start the stream. Like 5 minutes before I start the stream, I was perfectly fine. It's as soon as I click go live, my nose starts going haywire. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Stream might only last like 5 minutes because of this. Jesus. I don't know what it is. We'll do our best, but this is ridiculous. My nose honestly can't. So we watched episode 1 yesterday of this. I don't know why we're watching episode 2 though.
Morning everybody. It is currently 7:45 in the morning, and today we're going to be heading to Jikoku-Nani Park. It's approximately about a half an hour drive away.
I did a horrible job of explaining everything in this video. Or like like the things that I filmed, I did a horrible job of explaining.
In the hotel where we're staying right now. But after that, we're going to head towards Nagano City, because we got a new hotel for tonight. So we're going to...
This is the ski resort I was talking about. So to the right here, which I don't know if I showed it any better. It's literally just a complete ski resort, and then we were staying in this building right here. And there's nothing here. But it was completely off season, so we were the only ones staying in this place.
We're going to be a lot closer to the city, and we're going to be able to walk around there and see a lot of things in the area. Check out this view. Super nice.
Yeah, see absolutely
nice
nothing.
Today as well. It's probably only about 17-18 degrees Celsius right now. Super nice, no humidity. Feels really nice.
Oh shoot, we could watch. I just noticed the little video on the bottom left. We should watch my Taiko videos. Why didn't I get that idea? It's because my YouTube channel doesn't have any Taiko videos. That's why I didn't get the idea. We should watch those. I mean, we have multiple times already. I could show you guys the New Year's video. I don't have it though. I don't know what the channel name is for that though. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to show it to you guys. I don't know. I've already shown you guys all the main videos of my Taiko groups. There's no point over rewatching those again for like the 3rd time. We had our huge New Year's party yesterday at like a Taiwanese restaurant. It was amazing. Their special was like, I don't know if you guys know what chicken karaage is. It's like deep fried chicken. Not like KFC chicken, not that type of chicken. I don't know how to explain. Just look it up if you don't know what it is. Chicken karaage. It's boneless chicken, but it's super good deep fried. That was like their special. But they're like, I don't know, this restaurant that we were at was like, their karaage is like not typical karaage that you find here. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. It was really freaking good though. And then of course, like usual, all the conversations I had with all there was like 30 of us. We rented like the whole back area of the restaurant. I would show you guys photos, but unfortunately all the other people are in the photos, so can't really do that. So yeah, we rented the whole back of the restaurant. We had like one long table. It's like those what are they called? It's like the tables where you take off your shoes, you sit down, you have like a mat, and they have the table. Or what are those called? You find those at sushi restaurants and stuff like that. Well, what is that called? But there's no like hole underneath the table to put your legs. So you either have to say crisscross applesauce or like on your knees. It's like that. I don't know how to explain it. It was like that. We had a long table and all 30 of us were able to sit at it. That's pretty cool. And then, yeah, like usual, the conversations I have with people around me, always, especially recently because I'm aging more and I'm getting closer to my 30s, the main conversation I had with everyone was, am I planning to get married anytime soon? I'm serious. I'm not making that up. Everyone keeps asking me that. Like, are you getting married soon? Are you in a relationship? I'm like, yeah, we'll see about that. And like, with my Taiko sensei, I had like a good half-hour long conversation while we were sitting at the tables eating and everything, and he was telling me like, don't go after a single girl. He's like, if it doesn't work out, you go after multiple after that. He's like, you don't give up after that. I'm like, well, let me just say one thing. Let's just say I didn't try yet. No, that's wrong. I have tried once already.
About a 15-minute hike, and then we'll be there. We'll get to see some monkeys. Let's check it out.
And we had like arm wrestling matches, which is kind of funny. I got Shrek'd in one match. I would show you guys a video, but maybe I can. Maybe I can show you guys a video. I got absolutely Shrek'd in arm wrestling in a single match. I did 3 matches. I won one of them. The first match I got absolutely Shrek'd. The second match I won, and then the third match was what is it called? Weight differential. What is it called? So the other person that I was arm wrestling against, he was like, his weight category was way heavier than mine, so it was unfair. So I everybody knew that I was gonna lose right off the bat.
So we got to climb up a bit of a mountain here, which the parked at a pretty close parking lot. It's only about a 15-minute walk from here. So let's go.
Oh, actually, no, I can't show you guys the video because it's on my phone and it's being used as a camera, and I can't move that. I can't use it, so there's no way to get it.
Up here a little bit.
Can't show it to you guys. God, we got to get that DSLR.
Yeah,
That one DSLR I found yesterday was like,
cool.
it was like just after tax like 70,000 yen or closer to 80,000 yen. If you guys want to know what camera it was, go into my Twitter. It's my most recent post. I posted a photo of it. Unfortunately, nobody that's following me seems to know anything about cameras, so I didn't get anything useful from you guys. So I might just have to pick something for myself, or just, I don't know. But it won't be anytime soon though. I'm not spending like $700-800 right now. I've been spending so much money these past like month or so. I still gotta spend money on things that I like actually have to do in life, like pay bills and stuff like that. So I gotta pay my car insurance and stuff like that. So I can't buy a camera right now, but sometime this year I want to. I did figure out the what is it called, the editing software thing. Apparently, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday. What is it? Geez, what is it? What is it called? Power Director or whatever. Apparently, is what people use. And apparently, it's free. I have it on my computer already. I don't know if the free version is a trial or not though. If it is, then I'll probably just pay for it when I have to. If it is permanent, I have no idea how much content you get for the free version. So we'll see. I don't know. I haven't used it yet though. I have no videos to edit right now, so we'll see.
Monkeys are a little bit.
But luckily, if it is free, then I may have saved like $200 or however much it would have been for me to actually buy an editing software. Which means I most likely might not have to do all the editing on my phone anymore, which is nice. Maybe. Which means we're one step closer to getting the next thing, which most likely will be a DSLR, maybe. Unless I do or go towards more of getting things for the second YouTube channel related stuff.
Farther up though, we're not going to see any down here. But this view is very nice, and it's a little bit warmer down here. We came down the mountain today, so it's probably in the mid-20s degrees. That's really cool. Let's start this hike.
So right here, I said let's start this hike. This is not actually a trail. It just leads to that gazebo right there. That's it. The trail is actually, I think, to the left of this, which you cannot see. Cool. It's like, I don't know if you can see my cursor. It's like right there. Speaking of cursor, oh shoot, this is all in Japanese. How do you change the size and color of your cursor? I forget how to do that. I'll figure it out off stream. I'm gonna forget though. I want to make the cursor bigger and do that. What's that inverted option called? Like for example, if I hover over something white, then my cursor turns black. If I hover over something black, then it turns white. What's that called? I want to change it to that as well. I need to do that.
Let's
Because
start
I actually lose track of my cursor a lot sometimes.
this hike.
I need to do that.
This is so cool. Love nature. A place like this, definitely a place I want to go to as much as possible. Really nice.
Back when I had no idea how to edit.
It's already looking like this. Can't wait to see what's up at the top.
You can actually see me stop the video. Yeah, right here. No good. Here's what's crazy about this scene right here. People actually live in these. Like, these are houses, not like, what do you call it, like warehouses or whatever the heck, like abandoned buildings. People actually live in these. Like this here, somebody actually lives in that, which is kind of crazy. He lives like on a waterfall. It's kind of crazy, and there's nothing underneath the house except for like wooden structure holding it up next to a waterfall. It's crazy. Yeah, these are all houses, and that's like a, I don't know what that is. Ugh. But this whole area here is like a national park. So I'm not sure how these people are legally allowed to live on a national park, because usually that's not a thing. I have no idea. So I'm not sure who takes care of all this stuff and whatever. I'm not sure how they got their houses built on a national park.
Guess what? Geyser. This actually is pretty TV famous. It's been on TV multiple times.
Yeah, I don't know what the story behind this geyser is, but it is there. It's natural too. And it's constantly just like that 24/7. A lot of famous people come to visit for some reason. I don't know why. But it's literally just natural hot spring water.
There's been a lot of famous people who come here. Sometimes the monkeys like to hang around here.
Yeah, this area was actually still like another 10-15 minute walk from the actual entrance of the monkey park. But yeah, sometimes the monkeys actually do come all the way down here because they are free. Like, they're not in a facility that's closed or whatever. Like, it's open. Like, they can leave if they want. The monkeys can literally just walk away if they want. But the reason they don't is because they know they get fed at this place, so they choose to stay there. So the staff doesn't lose track of the monkeys at all. They actually don't run away. But they can come all the way down here, which is like close to where the parking lot was. But yeah, there was nothing there when we were there, so we didn't see any monkeys until we actually got to the park itself. All the monkeys, because it was around feeding time, so the monkeys knew. They decided not to walk away or whatever.
But not this time. There's no monkeys here, unfortunately. We're gonna have to go higher up on the mountain. That's pretty cool, though. Can only imagine how hot the water is coming out of there.
Yeah, the water. I forget. Sometimes on TV when they show this, they actually explain the temperature and everything. It's like almost boiling temperature water, and then they have to clean it sometimes. So you can imagine how hot it is when you stand right next to it and you have to clean it out.
All the hot spring water, but unfortunately no monkeys over here. So let's go higher up, see if we can find anything. We're almost there. That way. Let's keep going.
Noisy music. Yeah, it says for humans like a lunch, like a resting area. And it's from 1864. I never noticed this. And it says at this lunch place there's soba, so like noodles, cold noodles. Like a lunch, like cafe or whatever, a hot spring, and then 4 monkeys. But the way they wrote this in English, they make it seem like, oh, the humans, you gotta go this way. Monkeys, if you're a monkey, you gotta go this way. But no, they're saying like, if you want to go see the monkeys, go this way. If I don't know why it says for humans, but like lunch area, go this way. It's just Japanese English, I tell you.
Well, guys, guess what?
Unfortunately, right here,
Oh, guys.
you can already see the monkey, even though I was trying to hide it and then kind of turn the camera after. But like I mentioned, this is the first vlog ever. I didn't know how to make videos and stuff like that, so
Guess what?
And I suck at
Finally
pointing.
made it. Check this out. This is so cool. We're gonna see a lot more of the entrance.
It is really cool though that you can actually just stand right next to wild monkeys like that. There's 2 monkey parks in Japan that I know of. This one is in Nagano, in the middle of central Japan, in the mountains. And there's another one in Hokkaido, I believe it is. But the Hokkaido one, I think you can't like stand next to the monkeys like I am in this video. Like there's like a cage, or not a cage, like a fence, so you're separated. And the reason behind that is because the monkeys in Hokkaido are actually kind of dangerous. They're more aggressive. I guess because of the way they've been treated and stuff like that by people, tourists and stuff like that. So they're more aggressive. But the ones here in Nagano are really friendly. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to touch them or anything. Or so I could just like walk past them and they didn't even care. They didn't even notice I was there.
This is the entrance.
But some of the monkeys would just like walk across my shoes and stuff like that and not even notice I'm standing there.
It's right here. We still got like a 15-minute hike to go. This is already so cool. Let's keep going. We're gonna see a lot more down the road. So let's keep walking that way for another 15 minutes.
Those are my parents. you can see my parents a lot in the background of all these like clips that I was taking. Kind of funny. Easter egg, I guess you call it.
Of something cool like this. Like, that is so cool. Look at who we got here. Oh my god. Look at that.
Yeah, it's so cool. I want to go back here again.
Family over here. Dude,
But this was during the summertime. Usually this was off season, so usually people go during the winter time so you can see them in the onsen, the hot spring, sitting in it. But because it was summertime, there's no monkeys obviously sitting in it. They were just like sipping the water and stuff like that, drinking it, and then just kind of chilling in the hot sun. Yeah, this place is really big actually. Like you walk right here where I'm standing, right behind is where the entrance is, like the building. So what you do is you go into the building, buy your tickets, and then on the other side of the building you exit, and then you end up where I'm standing right now. There's a bridge here, and then behind it is like a huge cliff or whatever. And then to the left here is like a beach. That's the whole place, but it's really big. And you have like a super nice view of a valley to the left here. And then all the monkeys are just everywhere. I'm just literally standing right in front of them. And they don't like even care whatsoever. And this is the really famous hot spring that like every Google image photo of Monkey Park is this hot spring right here. But usually during the winter time. See, they're just like drinking the water or whatever. Obviously not gonna sit in the hot spring when it's like summer temperatures.
Unfortunately, you're not allowed to feed or pet them here. Safety precautions, of course. Oh, this is the end of the path, so I think it's about time.
Yeah, I wish I took like not an aerial view, what is it called, like a scenery view, and showed the whole park from a distance, but I didn't do that in this video. You can't really tell like what the park looked like or anything because I didn't really show that. Yeah, majority of the monkeys were just hiding from the sun because it was so hot. Oh yeah, right here. I don't know if you can slightly see it or not. Right, you can't see it. Right here when I cut the video, in this scene, some random guy. So it's fine. I was literally like, I don't know if you can tell how far this is. I was like this far. I was like a body and a half distance away from this monkey. And then some guy literally, as I was filming, some guy just walked right in front of me and bumped me in the arm. I was like, why did you walk in front of me when you have the whole bridge behind to walk? So then I cut the video. I cut it out of the video. I was like, what the heck? Some guy literally just like in his like 40s or whatever just like walks in front of me. Right in front of me, just like bumps my arm and just walks past me. I'm like, you literally could have just walked behind me when you have the whole bridge behind me. Yeah, so all these monkeys are completely free. Like, they can walk away if they want. Nothing's preventing them from escaping. Nothing. Which makes me wonder, how did they end up here in the first place? That's what I wonder. Like, how did this place begin? But I know the reason to why the monkeys stay there is because they get fed every day at the same times, and the monkeys kind of like make it muscle memory or whatever to just stay there and get food. That's why they don't escape or anything. This was a cool kind of like scene or photo or whatever. I should have made this the thumbnail of the video, but back then, like I mentioned, I didn't know how to edit videos. So these two videos, so this is part 2, the first video as well. The thumbnails for both of the videos are literally just the default because I didn't know how to make thumbnails back then. But this should have been it right here. That would have been cool with like some writing on it.
So we're at our next location. We're at Shinshu Zenkoji, which is a really old temple, as you can see behind me.
So right here, I don't know if I knew or if I didn't know or what happened.
This is a really old temple, as you can see behind me.
So I said the name of the place, and then I said, look how old it is right behind me. And then clearly there's a tree blocking the whole thing, and you can't even see it. I don't know if I knew that when I was filming, or if I just didn't pay attention, or I realized after I filmed it, but then I was like, oh, I'm not in the mood to retake this scene, so I don't know what happened.
There's a bunch of them everywhere behind
Yeah,
me.
this location, I don't remember where this was. It's still in Nagano, but near the monkey park. But everywhere, like in this whole like crater area, this whole area, every temple was, or like every building you see was like a temple of like a different
I
kind.
don't know if you can see it from here. There's a red one way up on
And then yeah, way up on the mountain, which I don't know if you can
the
see it.
mountain there. I don't know if you guys can see that.
I think I'm referring to this here. I'm not sure though. There's like a temple there, a really big one. And then all of these, I believe, are accessible by the general public. But there's a bunch of like every building was a different temple. It's like crazy. This whole area is like that.
Way over there. I don't think the public's allowed to go over there.
Oh, okay. Apparently the public's not allowed to go there, according to me in this video.
Show you guys around. Not really sure what this is. Probably a memorial of some sort. Can't really tell. I'm not sure if there's a way we can get in from the other side. But we're gonna walk around here. This place is huge. This land is massive.
It is actually.
Check out as much as
It was
we can.
massive.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to take the camera inside of any of these buildings or not. I
Nope.
think they're all blocked.
Nope. I was definitely not allowed to film inside of any of these. 100% no. It was to the point that you weren't even allowed to take any technology that what's the word? Emitted? What's the word I'm looking for? Emitted light. You were not allowed. So like my watch, for example, because it was like an LED watch or like a digital watch, I had to take it off and put it in like a locker that they had at the entrance. Anything like that. I wasn't allowed to take my phone inside, anything that emitted light.
But I'll show you guys what I can.
The reason is because one of the rooms in here is pitch black. I don't know, I don't remember why though, but it's completely pitch black. You're not allowed to have anything that emits light, so you have to walk through in complete darkness.
This place.
I think it was this building. It was completely dark inside.
This place is really.
So it's like an actual layout of a temple, but it's pitch black. So some might say that defeats the purpose of anything inside of there, right? But the reason is because apparently it's like some special like good luck thing to be in the dark or whatever, and you have to search for something. I think I mentioned in the video. You have to search for a door inside of this temple. And if you were to find the lock and you touched it, then it would bring you like good luck for the year. It was like that. I didn't find it, unfortunately, so.
Crazy. It's absolutely beautiful here too.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, that building. That building. I forget how old that building is. I think I mentioned in the video, but I'm pretty sure I was wrong about what I was saying. I just randomly said it because I thought it'd provide any type of information for you guys, even though it didn't.
It's absolutely mind-boggling how well in good condition this building is. It's at least 1,400 years old. This is absolutely amazing.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if 1,400 years is true. I think I just made up a random number. I have no idea. Also, the way I spoke in both of these videos was very touristy. Like, I had no idea how to talk. I was like the most tourist kind of like comments that I was saying about everything in both of these videos.
It's just absolutely unbelievable. The whole building's
Also, I just realized, I think, is it? That's my dad right there. That's my dad. I believe that's my dad right there. Yeah, that's my dad. I didn't even realize he got into this shot. Yeah, that's my dad.
So unfortunately, I couldn't take you guys inside of here because cameras weren't allowed inside. But basically, it was a really long U-shape.
Yeah, I had to remove my sunglasses. Obviously, why would I wear sunglasses when it's pitch black inside? Put them in the locker. I had to take off my hat as well. Put it in the locker. Take off my backpack. Take off my watch. Take my phone out of my pocket. Put it in the locker. Like everything. We were absolutely not allowed anything inside of there.
Hallway, and in the middle of that hallway, there was
It was to the point that I felt like it was kind of embarrassing to wear like a regular t-shirt and go inside of there. I felt like I had to dress really formally or something.
door.
Also, you had to take your shoes off as well.
With a handle, and basically what you were supposed to do is, as you were walking through the hallway, you were supposed to find the handle, and if you
Oh, it was a handle. I thought it was a lock. Okay, never mind.
handle, then it would bring you good luck.
Yeah, there was like a door with a handle, like really randomly placed in the room, not in a place where you would expect it to be. Like, oh, there's a hallway here, so there's gonna be a door to open up to the hallway. No, it was like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a door where like you'd be like, why would there be a door here? It's like that. I don't know how to explain it. I have no idea what was inside of that room though, because you can't go in. It's locked, so you just have to find the handle. But I'm not sure. I think there was like really valuable random artifacts and stuff inside of that room. I have no idea though.
So that's basically what was inside of there, but it was pitch black anyway, so you guys wouldn't have been able to see anything. But that is still really cool though. It's really interesting to see it actually. Well, what I could see when it wasn't dark. There it is. And I can't figure out how to get up there. I'm not sure. I think you have to pay like an entrance fee for that.
Yeah, surprisingly you did. Just to get onto this balcony, you had to pay. I don't know how much, but you had to pay to go up there, which is kind of weird. It's literally like a staircase somewhere here. You just go up and you have to pay for it, so I didn't end up doing it.
I think we'll pass on that today. But just seeing everything down here is already pretty amazing. Just take a look at that. This isn't even the entrance. The entrance is like way back there.
Yeah, that's... Where am I pointing right now? That's actually the entrance to the place. Like, look how long that is. It's a massive land. Then all these like tiny little buildings here, like little shops and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a massive piece of land. So you saw the front side, so the building's there, and you saw inside from here, from this building all the way to the main building. You saw how long that was at the beginning of the video or whatever it was, or earlier in the video. And then when I turn around, you notice how much longer that is. So it's a massive piece of land. It's like a full kilometer long.
Way over there. That is crazy. How much land space they have here as well. That's just absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, I had the most touristy personality in this video. And unfortunately, I was dressed like a total idiot. Even the way I walk is weird.
It's still crazy to me to be able to see something like this in person. But I think that's gonna do it for today. We've been here for quite a while, and we got a bit of a drive to go to get to our new hotel for tonight. All right, it's time to get out of here.
Yeah, this hotel that we stayed at was like, I don't know how to explain. Imagine like a hotel in Las Vegas, like those massive hotels in the middle of like Las Vegas Strip. It was like one of those. It kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but imagine something like that. It was a massive building. It was just a regular hotel though, but I don't know how to explain it. But it was
Apparently this
nuts.
is our next hotel.
It looked like a gigantic movie theater or something like that.
This is crazy. Look at this. Check this out.
It was like a massive building.
This building is crazy. Holy Jesus, I can't believe we're staying here.
It was in the center of Nagano City, so we drove out of the mountains and into the actual city.
For only for one night though, but holy Jesus. This building is massive.
Yeah, so it looks like, I don't know, like an opera house or something. Like some crazy movie theater, but it's just a regular... It's not even like a fancy hotel, it's just a regular, like anybody can afford hotel. But it's so massive though. There's like on that balcony, I don't know if you can see it. There's like a grand piano right here. There actually was a movie theater inside of this hotel, but it was closed because of the pandemic. I couldn't use it. Yeah, so there's like sky decks here and everything. All of these gigantic doors you see here are like wedding diners or whatever you call it. Those wedding rooms or whatever. You can have like wedding parties and stuff like that. It was just a regular hotel, but they had all this stuff. Like it wasn't expensive to stay here whatsoever, even though it seems like it wasn't. Imagine like a normal like hotel you go to and pay the price. It was the same here. I think it was because it was off season. Also because during this time, during the pandemic, they were doing the GoTo campaign or whatever. So you could stay at like hotels for really cheap. I'm not sure why they promoted that during the pandemic. I forget what that reason was. But yeah, so we got to stay here for like really cheap actually. I think that's the reason. And then the front desk is right here. This whole area is like the main front desk on the second floor, which is crazy. All the elevators and everything. These elevators, I show it at the end of the video. These elevators, they shoot out of the building. So they start here. And it goes past the ceiling of the building. You go into the sky. And then you arrive at like the floors that have like your rooms and stuff like that.
Alright, so we checked into our room. I was grabbing a drink from this vending machine on our floor. And then I noticed something interesting over here. Check this out. Check this out.
A TV ticket.
Is there a movie theater in this hotel?
I don't know what exactly this is. I'm assuming it's a movie theater just because it's Japanese English and stuff like that. TV ticket. 1,000 yen. I guess, I don't know, you had a ticket or something, but it was closed.
Dude, this is crazy. Dude, this place is crazy. Check this out.
And then
Holy jeez. What?
there's one scene that I removed from the video. I cut out of the video. I'm not sure why I did, but I explained something really interesting about the elevators.
This is crazy.
I don't know if I showed it or not.
Check this out.
Oh, yeah, you can see it right here. Okay, so I know it's blurry, but I'm not sure why this elevator is blocked off though by the rope. But anyways, so there's two elevators here, and you're probably thinking, well, it's just an elevator to go upstairs and downstairs, right? Yes, but you're also wrong at the same time. So in Japan, you have so there's a hiragana for yu, which is like, I don't know how to draw it. Maybe I can pull it up for you guys or something. If I just draw it with my hand, I don't know if you can tell. It's like this, and then it's like a... Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, you can't see here because it's blurry. But if you ever see like a doorway entrance or anything that has this curtain and that has that hiragana for yu, that means it's an onsen, entrance to an onsen. So you're probably thinking, why would an elevator have one of these? That's because this elevator only goes to the onsen. Yeah, it's an elevator designated for an onsen, which I thought was crazy. And for some reason, I completely cut that part out of the video. I'm not sure why. I didn't put it into the video for some reason when I talked about it. I did film it, but then for some reason I cut it out of the video. I don't remember why I did that though. But yeah, and then the elevator to the right here is just a regular elevator. So that's how you know. So the U symbol means this elevator is only for the onsen, so please do not use it for any other reason. Yeah, see, so you see the outside view in the elevator. And then it literally just shoots you back into the building. Which I thought was pretty unique. It's pretty crazy. Again, it's just a regular hotel. It's not an expensive 5-star hotel or anything. It's a regular hotel. But it was massive and it had everything that a 5-star hotel would have. But it was a regular hotel. Like, there was nothing crazy about our room that we were staying in. It was just a normal hotel room. That's why I didn't film it, because there was nothing interesting about it. Just go into a regular hotel room. That's what our room was. It wasn't big, it wasn't fancy, nothing. So, yeah. I don't know, it was... I don't know. I don't know how to... Yeah, I don't know how to... I don't know what to say. What the... Wait, I've never... Wait, who commented on it? I never saw this comment. I subscribed because of this video. I also like how there's one like. Oh, I also liked this and now there's one like, but why is it 360p? It's because this was the first vlog ever and I didn't know how to vlog, and it was filmed on my old camera as well. Why not 1080p or 4K? What? Do you really think 4K would be possible at that time? Not interested in video games. I look forward to videos similar to this. I love nature and women. What? What the heck? How did I not know about this comment? Every time someone comments on my videos or subscribes to me, it notifies me on my phone. How did I not get this? This was a year ago. So, yeah, okay. That's funny. That's from a year ago, so I guess there's no reason to respond to that. Should I like it? I'll just like it. I wonder if the person will get a notification that I liked it. Oh, man. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, it's in 360p because I was using my old camera, and iPhones back then, not good. Even now, they're not great at taking videos. Why would they be? That's not their purpose. That's why I'm trying to get a DSLR. Hopefully this year. Hopefully. I say hopefully. What else? I've already shown this video a lot, the Mount Fuji video. It's kind of boring, actually. Vending machine video, there's no point in reviewing that. It's kind of boring to review that. There's nothing else. That's it. That's about it. I don't even know what the heck this video is. I think this video was supposed to be posted on the second YouTube channel, but this was posted and made before that. Also, I put video game content at the end of the video for some random reason. I don't know why. Even though the first half of the video has absolutely no relation to that, so it's kind of weird. This video makes no sense. This is back before I decided what I wanted to do on this channel.
It's not really too much here though, but I think there's like a tennis tournament or something happening right now. It's supposed to rain pretty soon, but I had some free time, so walk around. And it is rainy season, so there's not going to be much chance to actually go out anywhere and film some interesting scenery places. So I'll show you guys this park. It's just a local park in my city. Nothing really here, but we'll walk around here, and hopefully this tennis tournament or whatever.
Dude, juice boxes suck in Japan.
Will be over soon, because I want to move my car somewhere, because I'm literally not even parking in a parking space right now. Change of plans. There's too many people at the park, so in Taldebax, I got a couple things that we're going to be able to do to the car.
Dude, I bought all of that stuff for the car, and I don't even have the car anymore. I still have this. This is car polish, but it's only suitable for a black car. I still have that bottle, that exact bottle, and I never even opened it because I saw my previous bottle before then. I never used it all, so it's useless now. I paid like $30 for it, and I never even opened it yet. I can't even use it now. Yeah, I kind of miss this car actually. Unfortunately, I miss it, but then when I think about why I sold it, I'm like, yeah, I don't miss the car at all, because there was a lot of problems with this car. Air conditioner didn't work. My gas gauge started to break about like a couple weeks before I actually sold the car. It didn't read the gas properly. Like if I would fill up the car, it would take like 15 minutes for the meter to actually start moving, which is weird. And then just in general, the car, the paint and everything was in terrible condition. There's so many scratches all over the car. But aside from that, the car was awesome, like sweet. Like I really wish I could have put work into this car, but
Rainy like
never
crazy
happened.
outside right now, so we're gonna have to stay inside.
Would have loved to like swap out the rims, lower the car, um, like do some stuff to the interior, put aftermarket seats in the interior, and put like an aftermarket steering wheel, stuff like that. That would have been sweet.
But at least we got a good photo for the Instagram.
Maybe in the future, these cars are super cheap. You can buy one of these for like 300,000 yen, super cheap. I think if I were to get another Wagon R, it would be a Wagon RR, which this was the Wagon R Stingray. I would get a Wagon RR because those look super cool. They're super JDM style. And you can get one literally for like 200,000 yen, which is crazy. But I think they're really old though. I think they're from like 2001 to like 2006 or something like that. The Wagon RRs.
We got everything we need.
It'd be so cool to get one of those.
This car from
Super cheap. Would be extremely reliable. Can see 4 people. And it is a K car, so insurance and gas money would be like nothing. It'd be so awesome to get one of those. We should look that up later, actually. Even though it has no relation to this YouTube channel, but yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Also, this t-shirt combination I'm wearing, I really wonder what happened to this t-shirt. I have no idea where it is right now. I would love to wear that. I think the last time I wore this t-shirt was during this video.
polish, sponges. We got towels. And we got wax. We got everything we need. We're gonna go ahead and spend all day cleaning this car. Today. It's super dark under here, but at least the car gets to sit under a roof. New tripod. I don't know if I mentioned this. We've got to
I actually removed the license plate. I forgot about that. So in like K cars, you can actually do that. On a regular car, so like the car I currently have now, you can't do that. You can't remove the license plate. There's like a bolt. If you remove it, it like voids the warranty or whatever or something. You actually get pulled over by the police if they notice it. It's like a piece of aluminum. Because aluminum is really soft metal. If it's damaged or removed and the police notice it when they're driving behind you, you actually get a ticket for it. So you can't remove it. It's to prevent theft. But for some reason, K cars don't have that, so I actually can remove them, the license plates. I don't know why. Only normal cars, like white license plate cars, are like that. I don't know why. I have no idea why though.
I'm using this now. I think this will help with a lot of higher shots that we need, higher levels, and I don't have to sit on the floor anymore when I take videos. So it should help quite a bit. So we'll start using that from now on. Probably a bad idea to do this while it's pouring rain outside, but whatever.
Wait. I can't play this song. It's copyright. I remember this video got a copyright strike. I can't show you guys all the time-lapse stuff. Actually, there's no reason to show you guys this video. It has no relation to this channel. I don't know why we're going through this video. I think it's because I have nothing else to show you guys anymore. That's about it, because the majority of my videos are all just gaming videos now, so... Yeah. Yeah. Let's watch someone else's video, like Soda the Troll or something. Do you guys know who this guy is? I'm actually his very first subscriber on Twitch. I was actually from like 5 years ago or whatever it was. I don't remember how long it was. It was before anybody even knew who he was. So, he used to... This is really random. I don't know why I'm changing the subject all of a sudden. But, yeah, he used to... When he first started, how it happened is... He was a Twitch streamer. And he would just stream, like... You know when you first start on Twitch, you kind of just stream every once in a while and just casual stuff like that and just do it for fun. You know, like that, right? When you start off. I found out about him through another Twitch streamer called Shobosuke. He's a Japanese YouTuber that was fun for a really long time back then. And then he, on his live stream, found out about Sora. I don't know how. And he was watching his stream on his live stream. And Sora was speaking in English because he's fluent in English. And Shobo was really jealous of him. He's like, I can't believe this guy can speak English. And he was watching his stream. That's how I found out about Sora. And then I started watching his streams. And he was playing Osu. He was like a full-time Osu gamer back then. But he was really bad at the game. Like he was terrible at the game. And then I started watching more and more and more. I was tuned in every time he streamed and stuff like that. And this was back when his Twitch channel only had like 2 subscribers. and I was his very first subscriber on his channel, and I started watching him. And then I don't remember what he did right after he stopped streaming also. I forget what it was. He did something. I don't remember what it was that he started playing after that. It was something. And then was it after that? I think it was after that he moved to YouTube or whatever it was. I don't remember how the transition went. And then he posted, I don't remember what video he posted, but that's the video that blew up. And then he ended up getting like 1 million subscribers within like a month, which is crazy. And then now he is what he is, and he makes like all these troll videos and stuff like that. But that's how it happened. So yeah, I'm technically like his first ever viewer slash subscriber, and he has no idea who I am now because I barely even watch his videos anymore. I subscribed to him like way early on, and then for about 2 years or so, I just completely forgot about him, and then now I kind of went back to watching him again. And he started doing a lot of live streams recently. He does that a lot. Does a lot of IRL streams.
We took today and do a little bit of editing. All right, let's see what we can do with this. There, done. Let's use this as a thumbnail for the video.
Yeah, that's about it though. What time is it? Imananji. We haven't even been streaming for an hour yet, but I have nothing else to show you guys. There's no point in going through the second YouTube channel on this channel. That'd be just so dumb. Yeah, the rest are all just my gaming videos. There's no point in talking about those. Nothing else left. That's it. That's about it. Uh-oh. I think the battery died. Did the battery die? I don't know. Hold on. 1 sec. This is why I don't like gimbals. This is why sometimes technology is worse than human beings. Yeah, we gotta get the DSLR at some point this year, hopefully. And then I gotta figure out a way I can mount you guys somewhere. I'd have to use a tripod of some sort, or figure out some sort of mount that I can put on my desktop screen or whatever. I don't know. Hopefully that can happen at some point. Yeah, that's about it. There's nothing left. Dude, my most memorable Twitch moments. 41 minutes long. Jesus. I kind of feel like I want to delete some of these videos. But because these are like my first videos ever that I've posted on a YouTube channel in my life, it's kind of like nostalgic slash memorable. So I think I'll just leave everything. My channel kind of started with the gacha video. That's kind of where it started, where I actually started like filming YouTube videos. Like thoroughly. Cause these two vlogs here, the only reason I made these two is because one of my friend actually asked me to. He was like, I want to see your trip. Did you film a video? And I was like, okay. And then that's kind of why these vlogs are here. But the channel didn't actually officially start with me thoroughly like making videos until the gacha video. All the videos before then were just so like random, and I had no idea what I was doing with the channel. Yeah. But everything from the gacha video like started to actually become like my YouTube channel. More like IRL-ish style videos, but then I kind of like, not got bored, but I kind of like ran out of content. One reason is because my city's so small, like I always tell you guys. So like, going places was kind of difficult for me, because there wasn't really anything to film. So then I kind of switched over to video gaming as soon as I got a Switch. And then I kind of just went into that. And then, as time went by, you can tell my thumbnails get a little more professional. A tiny bit. And then around when my Luigi's Mansion videos or series started is when my thumbnails kind of became more professional, I guess. Where I actually took the time to make a thumbnail rather than use like default thumbnails and just like paste it or whatever. Yeah, and then as time went by, I kind of got more and more into thumbnail related stuff. And then we get into like more recent stuff from less than a year ago, and it's like all like this. My thumbnails are kind of more consistent and stuff like that. So yeah, it's getting somewhere. I guess you could say we're improving. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this channel. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future. But yeah, right now we got 4 games going, so that'll continue on. That'll take a while to finish all 4 of those. It could take until the end of this year until we finish all 4 games, which is good. But yeah, when it comes to like live streams and stuff like that, I don't know. This channel will definitely be like this kind of content when it comes to live streams, and then the Twitch channel will be gaming stuff. So, I still have tomorrow, or maybe even later today. Maybe we could. I kind of want to play Astroneer for you, but that'll be on the Twitch channel maybe. And I could do it on this channel, but I don't know. I don't know which channel to do it on. Whichever I feel like, I guess. I do kind of want to play Astroneer. So, yeah. That's what's happening. But definitely this year, big goals. When it comes to, like, I guess YouTube related stuff. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Definitely DSLR. Editing software, I may or may not have figured something out for that. I'm not really sure yet until I actually start editing the first video. And then for the second YouTube channel, which there's no point in explaining to you guys on this channel, but I got stuff that I really want to get for that channel and do kind of like mods and stuff like that for the things the channel's based off of. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on. So we'll see. As time goes by, we'll see what I'll be able to do first. So, but those are things I want to do. I think a DSLR would be the best first option, even though it's like one of the most expensive things to get first. But the reason is because it'll actually benefit me on both channels, which is nice. So it can actually help me with multiple things, not just one specific thing. So I think that's a good place to start. But I need to get recommendations and kind of like someone's professional opinion on what direction I should go when it comes to buying a DSLR for the first time. I don't know anything about those. I don't know what's a good brand, stuff like that. I'm leaning towards Canon, but I have no idea, honestly. But we'll see. I do want to get a DSLR that has one of those flip out screens that you can like flip backwards like this, stuff like that. I want one of those types, so that's what I'm trying to find. And then one with a lens on it. We'll see. Yeah. Next video on this channel will most likely be I guess Kirby Forgotten Land video. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. Yeah, I think that's probably what we should do. Film the second episode, and then after that maybe Mario Party Superstars or something, because I gotta film one more video for that game, and then that'll probably be it for that series for Mario Party Superstars. I don't know, but I want to do it sooner than later because I feel like I'm getting burnt out of Mario Party just because I've been playing it so much lately. That's the thing about me with the video gaming, is I get burnt out of games so fast because I play them too much, and then I just like get bored of it all of a sudden. So I always usually when I play a game, it'll sometimes last a week, sometimes it'll last a month until I get burnt out. So that's what happens, and then I'll just completely stop playing the game and then move on to something else. I can never stick to one game. That's something I just can't do. And right now, for some reason, I'm really into Astroneer, which is great because that game's so underrated and it's actually a really good game. But it's a pretty difficult game when you're playing it by yourself. You definitely need multiple people for that. But yeah, that's what's happening. So maybe either later today or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I may or may not stream Astroneer just for fun. I don't know if it'll be on this channel or the Twitch channel. I have no idea. I'd prefer it to be on this channel because like I mentioned, I don't really want to use the Twitch channel anymore. But at the same time, I don't want to abandon that channel because it is hitting, I believe this year it's hitting 10 years. I think so, in June something. Or July or whatever. July 14th, I think it was. Of this year. It actually hits 10 years, the channel, so. Yeah. It's what it is. And then eventually I gotta film another manga video collection video. How dirty the books are before. Right now I have like almost twice as many volumes of Initial D. And then we got the Ovarevu, like the 20 volumes or whatever I have sitting on my desk over there right now. Right after I wipe them down and everything. But anyways, I gotta buy a bookshelf though, and then I'll probably film myself assembling it, putting all the books on it, and then do the whole collection update. So we got Initial D volumes 1 to 5 to 8. Wait, no, not to 8. 5. Then we're missing 6, 7 because I couldn't find them in stores. Now, Initial D is actually pretty easy to find. Any secondhand bookstore I go to will most likely have volumes, but
on the shelves that they have. Sometimes they don't have volumes that I'm looking for, so that's why it's like all over the place here. So yeah, we're missing 6, 7. Then we're missing. We have 8. Then we're missing 9, 10. I don't need to count for you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to count. So if you look at this here, you'll notice that there's 4 missing here. So I'm pretty sure you can guess what numbers those are that are missing. So yeah, we got 15, 18 to 23, then 25, 28, 29, 31, 32, 34, 36. I have found some of the later ones, but they're kind of expensive because they're still kind of new. So they're still selling them for like full retail price, which typical.
Which I don't think is true actually, because initially it was from like the 80s and 90s, the manga. So
Manga, well, these ones are really old, but as you can see, they're 520 yen, and after tax? No, that's before tax. That's after tax. I don't know. 520 yen when this was brand new. So it's like a little over $5, which is pretty amazing. So I know in well, at least in Canada, I'm pretty sure the US as well, I don't think you can get a new book for like less than $15 before tax.
I'm pretty sure it's even more expensive now. Back when I lived in Canada, when I bought a manga, I paid like $20 before tax for a single volume, which is ridiculous. And it's obviously in English, not in the Japanese text, which means the English has a lot of things cut out and it's just not as good, obviously. But yeah, for like all this manga that you see right here, each volume was literally like 100 yen. It's like $1. So how many volumes are there here? 20 or whatever. I paid literally the amount of a single volume in North America, and I managed to buy all this for the same price, which is crazy. Manga collecting is definitely the easiest hobby, I think, possibly like on Earth, that you can get into, like an actual like full hobby. I'm not talking like, oh, I found a rock on the sidewalk, let's collect these. No, I'm talking like an actual hobby. I think manga is not only the easiest hobby to get into in Japan, but I think like in general, I think it is. Which is funny because on the opposite end, I'm on both ends of the scale when it comes to what I'm about to say here. On the opposite end of the scale, you have one of the most expensive hobbies you can physically get into in Japan, which is drifting and like car related stuff. It's like building a car suitable for car shows, so keeping a car clean, like what I do with my current car, or building a drift missile, so to go drifting and racing. And so you have manga collecting, which is the cheapest hobby you can, full actual hobby that you can get into in Japan. And on the other end of the scale, you have the most expensive hobby you can physically get into. And I'm currently in both of them, or at least the drifting side. I've never been drifting in my life, but I'm trying to get into that kind of stuff, more into that side. That's one reason why the second YouTube channel exists. But it's kind of off to a slow start. And then manga collecting, I'm not really into like anime and stuff like that, manga. I used to be back when I was in high school because all of my friends were really into it, so I got into it as well. But yeah, recently, I don't really watch anime or anything. The last time I actually sat down to like fully watch anime was probably, I don't know. I honestly, I think it was Kimetsu no Yaiba. I actually sat down to watch that because everybody was talking about it when it first came out. Even people that like don't know anything about anime and stuff like that were talking about it. So that, I believe, was the last anime I actually thoroughly watched from start to finish. Actually, no, that's incorrect. Because season 1 came out. I watched all of season 1. I liked it. It was good. Not one of my favorite animes ever, but it was really good. And then I got lazy to wait for season 2. And then when season 2 actually came out, there was like a preview for episode 1 here in Japan. So I watched it and I hated it. It was like the boringest episode ever because it was just like a introduction episode or whatever. So I never ended up watching season 2. And I'm pretty sure what the whole anime is over already. I'm pretty sure everybody knows the end of the story already. I think the manga goes up to 23 volumes or whatever it is. So yeah, that's that. I never watched it. Aside from that though, yeah, no, I haven't really watched anything. Manga reading wise, I only read the stuff I'm like really into. You know how people collect manga? Like actual collectors and stuff like that. They collect like every series you can find and they get into it and then they're like, oh, I like this manga, but I didn't like this or this character, this and that, stuff like that. I'm not like that. When it comes to me collecting manga, I only collect the manga that I actually want. And for me, it's either horror related manga, because horror manga in Japan is actually really creative, and the artists and the authors are really intelligent. So I like reading those kind of stuff and looking at them and stuff like that. Because horror in Japan is actually like one of the most top notch. I swear, if you go to a haunted house here in Japan, you will not believe how good it is. Like how much higher level it is compared to like a haunted house in North America or watching a horror movie in North America, stuff like that. Japan is top notch when it comes to horror. So yeah, horror related stuff or like horror mystery kind of stuff. And then racing related stuff. That's it. That's literally it. I will not collect anything else. Although a single book. And I paid pretty much I do show it when I get to the bottom of the shelf here. I have racing related stuff, I have horror related stuff, and then I have one series. I forget why I started collecting this, but I need to get the rest of them. I think I only have like the first 4 or 5 volumes or whatever. And the reason I stopped collecting is because they're still producing it, so I have to buy everything brand new. It's kind of expensive to do that, so. And that is, I have one, I don't know what category it falls in. It's like girls love or whatever. So it's, what is it called? このキス界人形は恋をする. I have no idea what that is in English. My dress up darling or whatever it's called. What's that girl? The really popular anime girl. She likes to cosplay and stuff like that. What's her name? I forget what her name is. Marin Kitagawa or something like that. Yeah, that manga. I have that amongst all of this, which is kind of funny. But that's about it. So yeah. So I'm trying to complete my racing series, which is get the rest of Initial D, which I'm getting really close. And then shockingly, I found Ovarevu, which I showed you guys yesterday or whatever it was. And I have, I think, almost all of the other ones of Generation 2 of Overev and Generation 3, I believe. I think I'm missing just a few volumes of that. And then the last one, there's a lot more other series as well, but the one that I know off the top of my head is MF Ghost. But for some reason, I think I mentioned this in the last stream we did yesterday or whatever, MF Ghost is really expensive. I don't know why. And you cannot find that series secondhand. I don't know why. So you have to buy them brand new, but each volume's like 700 yen before tax. That's actually quite expensive. And there's like, I don't know how many volumes there are, 21 or something, so it'd be a few $100 I think I'd be spending, and I'm not going to do that, so. But unfortunately, I think it's because the series isn't really that popular. So the amount of people that are selling that series to secondhand stores is very little, so you won't find it anywhere. Now, like, if you take One Piece, for example, it's really popular, right? So any bookstore you go to, any secondhand bookstore you go to, whether it's a book off store or any other, like Surugaya, for example, you will find One Piece, guaranteed. You'll find multiple volumes of every volume of One Piece. But when it comes to MF Ghost, you will not find that anywhere unless you go to an actual bookstore that's selling new books and stuff like that. Then you'll find it there, but you're paying full retail price and it's expensive, so I'm choosing not to do that. But eventually, I will have MF Ghost one way or another. I will definitely collect that, because it is based on the story of the car that I currently have in real life, so I really want to read it. Or watch the anime, because I think there is an anime adaptation that came out, I believe. I believe it's still ongoing or something. I think it just started. Because originally it was just a manga, but I think anime did start for it. Not much for all of this. So, yeah, pretty amazing. Pretty, really. Oh yeah, I forgot, I have Chainsaw Man as well. But I explained the reason to why I have these. It's not because I wanted to collect them. It's because I actually won these at my previous workplace that I had in a raffle. So that's why I have them. I haven't even opened any of them yet, I think. But no, I think I read volume 1 or something. Yeah, you can see there's a bookmark right there. So yeah, I've definitely opened them. Easy hobby. I think I opened half of them to get into if you live in. But yeah, once I collect all of Initial D, and then add the overruns that I have right here, like the 20 volumes, add this, and then eventually get MF Ghost. This shelf will look so sick. Although it's not going to be obviously on this shelf. I showed you guys yesterday. This shelf is like overcrowded now. So I have to get a wider shelf. I have to order one. So I think when I get that shelf, I'm definitely going to make a video. And then do my update collection video, and then it'll be good. Hopefully by that time, I'll be able to find possibly the rest of Initial D. And then maybe if I'm lucky, find any of the overrevs that I'm missing. And then who knows, maybe I'll have MF Ghost started by then. Who knows? But it'll look so cool on that shelf once it's completed. I'm gonna freaking love that. Racing manga alongside of horror manga, and that's it. Nothing else. Okay? You do not disrupt my collection when it comes to manga, okay? Those are the two genres, and that's it. I'm not going any farther than that. I choose not to. One reason, because books take up a lot of space. I wouldn't know what to do with it. So, I'm definitely not going to become like a manga collector. I always tell you guys this, like in my second YouTube channel as well, and stuff like that. I always want to be different from typical people when it comes to like the more common things that people do. Like manga collecting, that's pretty common. Like people do that. But like when it comes to manga collecting, you'll see that all the series that I have here are quite unusual. These aren't series that you usually typically see manga collectors have. Like Initial D, you'll never see anybody with that. Right? So it's stuff like that. I'm trying to be like different. Just so it's more entertaining for you guys. It's not just typical stuff that like everyone else does. Same with my second YouTube channel as well. Unfortunately, I have the most common sports car now that everyone in the world has. But originally the channel was supposed to be based on my previous car, which was the K car that I had, the K wagon. So I'm trying to be different, you know, but still be in the content range that a lot of people do. Just like within that, be a little bit different. Just so I can entertain myself more and for you guys as well, and show you guys things that you probably wouldn't experience in your own country. Like my previous car, for example, that doesn't exist anywhere in the world except for Japan. But unfortunately, I don't have that car anymore. Maybe in the future we can do something about that.
In Japan, so yeah, and of course all in Japanese, so it does help with practicing to learn to read in Japanese. As long as the manga has furigana, which is like the simplified version of kanji written next to the kanji. So you know how there's like hiragana and katakana. Not every manga has that. Initial D definitely does not have that. But some other mangas like Judge, maybe, if I can open a page. Is there a page that has it? Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, so right here, so furigana. So you have like kanji, and then you see this tiny little text where my cursor is right here. I know it's blurry, but you know that. That's called furigana. So it's like the how do I explain it? Not the definition. The pronunciation of the kanji. Because most Japanese people can't read kanji. I'm serious. When I say that, I mean like there's so many kanjis that exist. Not every Japanese person is gonna know every single kanji or how to pronounce it. And a lot of kanjis have more than one meaning. So sometimes it can be confusing to know how to read the kanji. So that's why furigana exists in manga. So when it comes to me reading manga, I can actually read it, even though I can barely read kanji at all, because furigana exists. That's what's great. So it actually helps a lot to practice reading.
There's kanji there, and then there's like tiny little hiragana to the right of it. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but anyways, yeah, there's that. And then
unfortunately though, racing mangas don't have furigana. I don't know why. None of them do.
Yeah, it helps you to read.
So you actually have to know the kanjis in order to read it, or read everything aside from the kanji parts, and then maybe when you read all the other stuff that you can read, it'll help you figure out what the kanji actually is or how to read it, which does help for me sometimes, but most of the time it just makes it harder for me.
But I think majority of you probably knew that already. I can't even put this back with one hand. Okay, you know what? Let's give up on that. Let's move on. Okay, so we got incomplete. I love saying that because then it gives me excitement when I go to a book off store or whatever to look for the rest of these, which I'm definitely 100% sure are going to be trying to find all the rest of it that I'm missing. It goes up to 48, I guess. And then this one's like I don't know.
It actually does go up to 48. I thought initially you went up to 42. It goes up to 48. Dude, I'm missing like half of it still then.
I found it somewhere. I don't remember where. Not in my city, a different city that I went to. And it's like one of those author-written...
Yeah, this book is like super rare. It's like mint condition. I think it was like brand new and I got it for like 100 yen. I'm so glad I bought this. So it's like, well, I mean, I explained in the video, but it's like, it's a story about all the authors, or not the author, like all the people that worked on the manga and stuff like that, and the people that were actually involved in initially in real life in the 80s. Like the story behind those people and stuff like that. And then the story about how the manga was made, and like there's like a bunch of photos of all the people and stuff inside of it. I don't think I opened any of the pages. I could show it to you guys right now actually, but I'd have to go grab it. But yeah, it's really cool. I've never seen this book anywhere else ever, so I'm so glad I bought it when I did, when I noticed it on the shelf.
Stories or
But yeah,
whatever.
it has no relation to the actual like series itself. Or not, I don't mean like series, I mean like it has no relation to the volumes. It's not part of the story of the volumes. It's just like a side story of like what happened in real life and stuff like that. If that makes sense. Of like all the people
Whatever. It's like it's not
that worked on making this manga and the anime and stuff like that.
part of the manga. It's more of like what all the illustrators and all the people working on this manga did and stuff like that, and like all the backstories behind those people, stuff like that. I think that's what that is. I don't really know. I didn't really read it, but yeah. Then we move on to the next shelf, and then here we have shelf number 2. For those of you that can't,
I don't know how up to date this is actually. I think this is up to date. I think on my shelf currently it looks exactly like this still, I believe. Yeah, I think Secret only goes to 3, Doubt goes to 4, Judge goes up to 6, I believe. Yeah, because I think I didn't know 6 existed until I found it. Something like that, and then Overev. I think this Overev here goes up to like 20 or something. I've never found any volumes past number 4, I think, ever. Which is weird. And then Overev 90s, I have no idea. Yeah, Overev is really hard to find for some reason. I think it's just because it's not popular, so racing stuff is kind of hard to find. Not as popular, for obvious reasons. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know, maybe I'll be able to find it at some point. I mean, I got lucky with the original Overev, and they're all in like mint condition. I found like 20 volumes of it, which is nuts. I paid less than $20 for all of it. Just crazy. I'm so glad I bought all of those.
counter to.
But I gotta get the shelf. I gotta get the shelf though. So.
Well. All right, so we got Overev. So 90s drifting kind of.
It's like the reverse of Initial D. So if you're someone that's like really hardcore into like drifting and stuff like that, Initial D is obviously the most obvious thing to go towards. If you're someone that likes anime and manga for like all the cute girls and stuff like that, but you're also kind of like into automotive related stuff like autocross and stuff like that, Overev will be like your dream paradise, because all of the characters in Overev are all female, whereas in Initial D all the main characters are all male. So it's like the reverse. I don't know how to explain. I've never actually read Overev yet. I haven't actually gone through any of it yet, so I don't know exactly. But I do know all the characters in Overev are complete female. Every single character. So if you're somebody, because I know in North America especially, it's like unicorn rarity to find a girl that's into automotive or like JDM stuff. You know, and actually have like own her own car and like modify it and stuff like that. But here in Japan, it's like uncommon. So when you find a manga like this and stuff like that, it's like paradise. That's how I can explain it.
I would assume it's pretty similar to Initial D, but probably
it's not. It's not similar to Initial D. It has no relation to Initial D whatsoever.
It's probably more generic.
I think it's more, yeah, it's more generic, but it's also more closer to One Gun Midnight, if you guys know what that is.
But
One Gun Midnight is like when street racers go onto the freeways and race each other back in the 90s and stuff like that, before cameras existed on the freeways. So they could actually go like 200 kilometers an hour and no cops would even notice them. It was like that. But nowadays, there are cameras everywhere on the freeways, so you can't speed like more than 10 kilometers over the limit without getting a ticket. It's like that. So, but yeah, One Gun Midnight. I think this is closer to that. But with a little bit more of a drift twist to it. Whereas One Gun Midnight is purely just like street racing, not drifting.
Yeah, you have no idea.
High speed like street racing.
How hard this was to find actually. These are like, I've only ever found these once. I found volumes 1 and 3. And I paid, there's no price tag on here anymore. So the regular price is like 630 yen plus tax.
That's expensive. It is actually, for Japanese standards. Anything over like 400 yen for a manga is really expensive. And usually full retail price is roughly around anywhere between like 450 to 700 yen. And then used copies. So there's like at book off stores especially. Well, I think maybe only book off stores. So you there's two sections. I don't know why this exists and what the reason behind it is. But there's a 100 yen section. So 100 yen being like closer to $1 per book. And then there's like the regular section, which is usually just under retail price. So books will be anywhere from 200 yen to like 400 yen usually. So they're like separate sections. I don't know why it exists. I usually buy my books from the 100 yen section just because, like, if, for example, if you find a volume of initial, let's say you find volume 12 of Initial D on the 100 yen pile, and then you find this exact same volume of Initial D, but in the regular section, so like the 300 yen pile or whatever, it's the same thing. And like the quality of the book is the same. Like, I'm talking like how, for example, like how dirty the book is, or any of the pages ripped, which usually they're not. Yeah, it's stuff like that, but like they're identical quality wise. So I don't understand why one of them's in the 100 yen pile and the other one's in the like the 300 or being sold for like 3 to 400 yen. I usually go to the 100 yen pile first to look for everything I'm looking for. And if I really can't find what I'm looking for, but I do find it in the regular pile, then sometimes I will buy it from there. But generally I stick to the 100 yen pile because obviously it's cheaper and I have no idea why the regular pile exists. So be like, and then you have the actual pile, which is the retail price. So if you go to like an actual bookstore and stuff like that, it's all the prices that are listed on the back of the book. I don't know, 650 or something like that. I paid 50 yen for these when I found them in a secondhand bookstore. Oh yeah. There's one store in my city. I think it's related. I think it's owned by Surugaya. It's they have like a huge book section. They're always overstocked. So they have like in front of the shelves, they have like cardboard boxes with all the books in it because they just have too much. And then because of that, they usually sell a lot of their books for 50 yen, which is like 50 cents. And I found some of these books for that, and they're like in mint condition, which is unbelievable. I could have bought like 100 of them, paid only $50 for it. Just crazy. But because it's not like an actual bookstore, so all the volumes that they had were like all over the place and stuff like that. So it's not really organized. So you just had to get lucky and find the volumes that you were looking for. Whereas Book Off, you usually find all the volumes you're looking for just because it's like an actual bookstore. So they usually organize their store to be like that. And if they're missing some of the volumes of series, they'll usually order it from another store or something like that and bring it to their store to sell it. So it's, more organized and stuff like that, and kind of easier to sell as well. But this store where I found these is just like random volumes that people were selling off to the store, and they would just put it on the shelves and stuff like that. So you had to get lucky. They were in like, okay, so they have like shelves kind of like this, but obviously bigger, and they're for sale. And then because they had overstock, they had like a bunch of cardboard boxes on the floor in front of them, and then a bunch of other mangas in it because they didn't have space on the shelves. And I found these two in there. This one's like basically brand new. It doesn't even have like, or it still has... Yeah, this volume still had the plastic on it. It was brand new, and they were selling it for like 50 yen, which is crazy. So it goes to show you, this series not only is not popular, but they couldn't sell it originally. It's like when they can't sell a book, and then it like gets older or whatever, like a main books, like an actual bookstore. So then I guess they sell it off to a secondhand store or whatever for cheap. And then that secondhand store, which could have either been a Book Off or some other place, they couldn't sell it there after a while. So then they sold it off to this store where I bought it from. And it's technically brand new, and I only paid 50 yen for it, which is crazy. Whereas, so I paid literally like 1/12 of the price of what I actually should have paid for it. Because it's like wrap on it. That's Japan for you. Japan's like really exciting like that. There's like small little things about Japan like that makes it more fun to do like a lot of things hobby wise. It's not really possible in North America. North America doesn't have a system like that, when it comes to anything. But Japan does, and that makes it like so much more fun to pursue hobbies here. Stuff like that. That's one reason why Japan's like really big into like hobby related stuff. Because systems like this exist. Like, because it's basically... And on top of that, stores are everywhere when it comes to bookstores, when it comes to video game stores, automotive related stuff. Like, they're everywhere. That's what's great. I paid 50 yen for it. It's kind of crazy. But unfortunately, nothing was organized on the shelves or in the boxes, so I could only find volumes 1 and 3. Maybe they had volume 2, but I didn't find it. I didn't notice it. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't find volume 2. And I probably will never find volume 2 anywhere. So I only got 1 and 3. But it would honestly be a miracle if I ever found volume 2. Never going to find
Volume 2, and if there's anything after Volume 3 as well anywhere. There's no way unless I go to Tokyo or something.
Yeah, my Tokyo trip that I did, a month ago or whatever it was, I never went to a book off store. I don't know why. I didn't get the idea to go to a book off store for some reason. I literally had no time when I was in Tokyo. I was there for like 6 hours. I just walked around all the stations, the cities that I went to, or the areas that I went to, and that was it. Yeah, I kind of wasted my time in Tokyo.
Yeah, volumes 1 and 3. And then we got Obarebu. I think it's called Kurosu Obarebu. It's like cross over river or whatever. Volumes 1 to 4, and then it goes up to 9, I believe it is. But these ones I got for pretty cheap. And then volumes 5 to 9. I know one store that has it, but they're selling it for...
Oh, it goes up to 9. I thought it goes up to like 20 or something. I think it goes up to 9.
For full retail price, so I'd be paying like, I don't know, $20 to get the rest of it, so I'm gonna...
Oh, that's right. This Overdev is still being produced. But the thing is, even when I go to an actual bookstore, I can't find it. Because it's just not popular, I guess.
Wait until I can find them.
Or I just never thoroughly tried to look for it. Maybe that's why.
Somewhere else for cheaper, I guess. But yeah, Overdev. I have not even started reading these yet, but eventually I will. And then we got Secret Doubt, Judge, and Dead Company. I found this like 2 days ago. Super hard to find.
Yeah, Dead Company is really hard to find.
So I'm pretty sure. Now, correct me if somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it goes in this order, right? So,
yeah, I think it does go in this order, and I'm pretty sure this is the complete set as well, which is crazy. I think.
So Secret came out first, then Doubt, then Judge, then Dead Company.
I think this whole series, I think I completed it.
It's pretty recent, actually. I mean, these ones are all kind of...
I mentioned this. I think in this video I mentioned it. If you're someone that's getting into manga for the first time, or like you're trying to learn simple Japanese, this series is a really good first series to read. It is a horror manga series, but the reason why it's good is the text for some reason is really simplistic in this series. You can blast through all these books easily, even if you're a beginner at Japanese, like reading Japanese. It's really good. Text is really simple and it's very minimal as well.
Older, but the text in this, if you're someone that's like learning Japanese,
right here, I explain it right here.
Japanese, like you only know like basic Japanese. This is a really good series to read because the text in this is very simplistic and very minimal too. So, yeah, if you're like beginner at Japanese, then this is a good series to read to practice learning Japanese. As long as you're into horror related stuff, but yeah, it's pretty good actually, very simplistic. I blasted through all of this within a couple hours and my Japanese isn't even that good. So yeah, there's that. And then Dead Company, I haven't even started reading that because I just bought that. I'm surprised I found that actually, and I'm pretty sure this is the complete set. So I'm pretty sure Secret only had 3 volumes, Doubt had 4, Judge, I found number 6 2 days ago, the same day as I found these. So I'm pretty sure this is all of it. And I thought originally that Judge only went to volume 5, but then
I actually did think that even to this day I still believe that it only goes to 5, but then I ended up finding volume 6, which I honestly didn't know about.
I found out there
until I actually found it on the shelf at a store and I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the heck? I thought it was bootleg at first. I was like, there's no way there's a 6th volume, but apparently there is.
Was a 6th one. I never found it until 2 days ago, so pretty lucky on that. And then yeah, that concludes the second shelf. Sweet. Let's move on.
It's beautiful
already. Okay. So
Blood Lad. The reason why I have Blood Lad is because I love. There's a couple of reasons actually. A couple of like really interesting reasons to why I have Blood Lad. I have the full set in English back in Canada, somewhere in a box in my closet right now. I still have it. And then I have the full set in Japanese, which you see in this video that I have currently right now. Another reason why I have this is because Blood Lad was actually the first anime that I ever watched in my life thoroughly from start to finish and actually understood it. Because like I've been watching anime since I was like 3 years old, just because like my Japanese mom's like that, right? Japanese mothers are like that. Like, oh, you should watch Doraemon, you should watch Anpanman, stuff like that. So I've watched anime. But like the first series I actually sat down and watched ever in my life from start to finish, watched every episode, understood it, was Blood Lad. I don't know why, it was Bloodline, but it was, and I'm so glad it was because Bloodline is unbelievably good. The art style, the story, I love it. It's so underrated though, but I freaking love the story and the art style. I forget who the artist is, but the manga is it's so good. I love it. I love all of the book covers and everything. It's so nice. And then another reason to why I have this is because the singer who's Lisa, so she sang the opening theme song. I believe the closing theme song as well or something. Um yeah, she sang the opening theme song. And the reason why I like that is because I actually met Lisa before she was famous. So back, oh god, how many years ago was this? 8 years ago, 9 years ago, maybe before that, maybe 10 years ago. I think this was roughly 10 years ago. I actually met Lisa and actually had like a full conversation with her because my friend. It's a bit of a story. I'll try to explain as fast as I can. So my friend back in Canada, her cousin is one of the head CEO, not CEO, one of the head members of an anime convention that happens in my home city. So the first year that convention happened, I was actually one of the volunteers. So I got in like really easy access. You're supposed to have like interviews and stuff, all that usual stuff that you have to do to get access and stuff like that. I got in super easily because I'm a friend of hers and she's like one of the head members. So I ended up being one of the volunteers and stuff like that. And then she found out that I could speak Japanese. So she kind of wanted me to help with like translation and stuff like that. So I actually got to meet Lisa. And after like she was done like all of her shows and like once the convention was actually over, I actually sat down, talked to her for like a half an hour and stuff like that. It was pretty awesome. And this was before she was even like actually famous. Right now she's like completely world famous and like all over TV in Japan and stuff like that. This was before like anybody knew who she was. And I swear to God, back then, probably now as well, she's probably shorter now because she's aged. I swear to God, she's like 4 feet tall. It was crazy.
Something that I've been working on for a
Yeah.
very, very long time.
So that's another reason why I have Blood Lad series because of that. So quite a few reasons to why.
So I picked up pretty much every
But yeah, I have met Lisa, and that was before she was famous.
single volume
Technically.
of Blood Light here. About 3 or 4 years ago. I found
So she was at the convention doing a panel or something like that. And because the anime convention back in my home city, it was the first year they were ever running the convention. So it wasn't that big. There wasn't that many people that attended it. Maybe less than like 10,000 people. Nowadays, every year when they do the convention, there's like 5, 6, 700,000 people that attended. So it's grown. But in the very first year, it was so small. So it was easier to do things without getting in trouble or whatever, stuff like that, like all the security and stuff like that. And then because of that, all the guests that they invited were like all the smaller guests, not like the big people, So Lisa was one of the smaller people back then. Now she's like one of the top people, but back then she was like super easy to contact and stuff like that. And she was like, "Yeah, I'll come to the convention," stuff like that. So
on everything from like volumes 1 to roughly about 13 or 14 pretty easily, like no problems. But then as time goes by, all the older mangas, because this is pretty old now, I think it's over 10 years old or something. As time goes by, older mangas start disappearing from bookstores and stuff like that. So
yeah, I've met how many Japanese famous people have I met? I've met Marina Inoue. So one of the voice actors for, I don't know what she's doing now, I have no idea. I've met Lisa, and then I've met DJ Cole. You guys know who that is? He wears like really fancy clothes, and then he wears sunglasses. Just look him up. If you look up DJ and then KOO, you'll find him. I've met him as well. He's really famous. He's like, take Katy Perry or Lady Gaga fame level in North America. That's what he is here in Japan, and I met him. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This was this last year, 2 years ago? I don't remember when it was. I have a photo with him. Really cool. And I literally met him right outside my building here because the big park that's right outside my building, they do like huge festivals and stuff like that. And sometimes they do music festivals here, and he was one of the guests, so I got to meet him because my taiko group actually performed on that same stage that he performed on. So he was backstage, and I got to meet him. It was really cool.
it became harder to find the final volumes. I think I found like 15 just randomly at a bookstore in my city. And then I had to go to a different city, and I was really lucky to find number 17. So
Yeah, number 17 volume, you have no idea how hard that is to find. And volume 16. I was looking for volume 16 for like 3 years, and I finally found it randomly in my local book off store. Volume 17, I found it immediately, but I was very lucky because ever since then, I've never seen another volume of volume 17 being sold anywhere, ever. So I'm very lucky.
16, I couldn't find for 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. I couldn't find this volume for 3 years. And then 2 days ago, when I found all this stuff, I managed to find it in one of my local book off stores.
Very lucky.
Honestly can't believe I actually found it. It's in great condition too. And yeah,
awesome.
It took 3 years to finally complete it, so it was literally just one to anymore. It never was to read it, but I didn't pick them up myself.
Like yeah, so Chainsaw Man is the one that I won from my previous workplace in a raffle.
Festival.
I think I haven't even opened volumes 3 and 4 yet. I don't know if I'm gonna read it or not. I would read it, but to be honest, I don't really want to collect it because of all the things I mentioned earlier, so probably won't happen. But everything else you see on this shelf is definitely staying and gonna increase if I find the rest of the volumes.
And stuff like, you know, small little raffles like that my workplace was doing, and my name was entered in one of them. And then we have this, which
yeah, この世界人形は恋をする. I don't know why I have this, but I do. It's pretty good though. It's a pretty good series actually.
Totally doesn't fit the vibe of what's on
it
here.
It absolutely does not fit the vibe of this shelf whatsoever. It's all like horror, and then you have like horror adventure or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the actual genre is called. And then you have like Chainsaw Man that's like horror and gore and action, like extreme action, violence. And then you have racing related stuff. And then all of a sudden you have one series that's like girls love. So random.
But, it definitely will remain here, and at some point we'll get the rest of it.
I only have the first 4 volumes. I think right now it goes to 12 or something. I don't know what it goes to now.
So it's the one.
It's very slow though. Manga is always like that though. One volume will come out like once a year, maybe.
One of the cosplayer girl or whatever. I know she's, what's her name? Marin Kitagawa or something. I know she's like really popular right now. All of it until I get the rest.
That's about it. Oh, they're all my junk manga. I still have all these for some reason. I need to sell these or do something. I don't even know where they are right now. Unfortunately, Kimetsu no Yaiba is part of that pile because I only have the first 2 volumes. So I'm not gonna bother to collect it all. Even though I can, right now you can buy Kimetsu no Yaiba for so cheap. When it first came out, like what was it, 2 years ago? Whenever the whole Kimetsu no Yaiba thing craze happened, when it first came out, yeah, it was very expensive to buy this and it's super hard to find. Now you can go to pretty much any secondhand bookstore and you'll find the whole set being sold off for super cheap. I could get it all if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I don't have space for it. I don't really want to collect it, so I might sell off that first 2 volumes and all the other ones as well, just so I can save space. But do have to get the new bookshelf. It'd be super great once I have it. Definitely gonna film a video for that, and then do an update video on my manga collection. Hopefully find everything else that I'm still looking for. So,
which I think.
I think that's about it.
I don't know.
I just kind of blab about nothing else in the rest of the videos, so that's about it. Anyways, yeah, I think that'll do it. I'd stream for good amount of time for today. That's good enough for today. So yeah, tomorrow or later today, because I have to start packing. I really have to start packing for my trip and do some other things and maybe go outside a little bit because I've been sitting on my computer all morning. Before I started the stream, I actually played Astroneer for like a good hour or 2. So yeah, I'm gonna possibly go outside while it's still bright outside. I still have tomorrow off of work, and then from then my schedule goes back to normal for 4 days. And then from the 14th, I'm not in Japan, so I'm out of the country until the 24th, so there'll be nothing from then. So either later today in the evening or tomorrow, I'll do one more live stream, and I'll probably play Astroneer, whether it's on this channel or the Twitch channel. I kind of want to keep it on this channel, even though I told you guys I wasn't going to game on this channel when it comes to live streams. But I may do that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with the camera setup, though, because my gimbal's already running out of battery, so I might have to switch back to the webcam for the later stream if we do that. And also, I think my phone battery's dying as well. I can't tell though. So we'll see. We'll see. Also, I just noticed my face right here. Dude. Anyways, yeah, that'll do it for now. Maybe we'll be back a little bit later or tomorrow, whatever. And then I gotta film the next video for the main YouTube channel, which will most likely be Kirby Forgotten Land. Hopefully I can film that before I go on my trip. So we'll see, and then upload it as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Not much else to say. New Year's goals, like I mentioned. Get the DSLR. Hopefully this year, maybe. We'll see. See if I can work something out with my editing software. I don't know what's happening with that situation right now. With what I have right now. So, aside from that, everything else is second YouTube channel related. So I don't need to explain that to you guys on this channel. Otherwise, I don't know. Is that about it? I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it for now. Anything else is like way in the future, so there's no point in explaining stuff like that. Like future games for the main YouTube channel and stuff like that. Yeah, and then like future IRL streams if I were to ever do that again, but that'll be like way in the future. I'd have to figure out a Wi-Fi situation and stuff like that. And then actually figure out if IRL streaming is still legal in this country or not. So we'll see. Anyways, yeah, that'll do it. We'll be back either later today or tomorrow or whatever. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go get some fresh air now. So see you guys later. Maybe. Johnny.